Yo, Q, what up?
Man, I'm keeping it real. What up, Duan?
Welcome
Let's get it.
to Not
Not
Just
just
Music,
music.
where we keep it real
Uh-huh.
and honest.
Always.
My mama praying, telling me, Q, you need to chill. They can't respect the truth from just honest.
Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Another week in Not Just Music Podcast, 8 o'clock p.m. Thursday. Hopefully you good people are having a great and wonderful week. We almost at the end of a week and getting ready to hit this weekend hard.
Happy Thursday, man.
It is your boy, Duan Barrino here. Got Quincy Murdoch with me. And we are ready. We in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
And it's our turns.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
And we have a topic at hand. Q has a topic at hand. We're going to sit here and talk about it for a minute. Q, what you got?
Man, so lately we've been talking about love a lot, past episodes. And today I wanted to talk about a main thing that will come with helping love, and that is understanding. Trying to understand people, things that may be different from you, or things that may be different from what you accustomed to doing. I feel like today age of time, we really focus on wanting people to understand us, but we don't try to understand the other party or understand our partners, our friends, or whatever, etc. So I always feel like people want to talk and not listen, a lot. So the thing is, to me, when people are talking, when people are, explaining themselves, it's a difference in are you listening, or are you really listening to what a person is saying? Like, are you really understanding what a person is saying? And a lot of times, a lot of people are just listening. It goes in one ear and out the other. And a person could be telling you something that's completely on their heart that they want you to know. This is bothering me. This is an issue. This is me. And us as people, I feel like we need to really listen to the words these people, or our people, are telling us, day in and day out, instead of just letting it go in one ear and out the other. So are you really listening, or are you really just listening, if that makes sense? So what's your take on this, bro?
Listening and just listening. I think it's things with big. Me, I'm big on communication.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna communicate something with you for you to understand it. They're gonna have to give you more than just a little, talk detail. Or maybe, the showing and the talking can come together to make that ultimate communication. One thing that people do fail to do is give detail. You have some people who understand, I'm gonna get the details right now. Some don't do that. Some just get out here and just wing it to you, and you can't expect winging to be effective communication.
Okay, let me break in. So you said, a lot of people doesn't explain it well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so don't you think maybe the lack of not explaining it well has to do with something to where when they was explaining it and it like kind of got brushed off? Like, a lot of people get brushed off when they tell their true colors and their true feelings, When they open up, it seems like they either get bashed for it or ignored.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the generation we live in, I feel. So what would you say about that?
I think sometimes, just like with let's get deeper with it. A bigger picture, right?
Yeah.
With relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people, if you don't have the ability to open up to somebody about something, so like, just let me give you an example for me. I've had some bad situations where I've gone to, I've been big in quartet music for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
There were certain situations we'll go to a quartet program and we'll run into a situation with somebody that isn't as knowledgeable to understanding how etiquette goes, right?
Yeah.
So they may say, "Oh, we're gonna have this program. We're gonna have it on such and such date, and we hope to see you there." That's it. That's all we've gotten sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we get there, and then you have like 8 other groups there. Nobody knows when they're singing. Nobody knows
no full details.
You don't know what spot you singing in. You don't. A lot of stuff comes along with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When that person could have been a lot more detailed to what they wanted from you
from the jump.
That's why I say it's like a relationship. Like, you got some females you get with, and I'm gonna use an ugly situation, right? So like, say you got a female you get with, or a man you get with. This could go either way. Mm-hmm. Man or female you get with, and the first thing they tell you is, "Oh, yeah, I ain't in a relationship." And then I'm gonna give you my number though, or come see me sometime.
Or I ain't married, but they just separated and legally still married.
And they're in a position where they could have gave you details.
Detail of it, yeah.
And it could have been
both ways. I see what you're saying.
It could have been a healthy understanding,
But listen, but what about when a person is too in detail? Because it happens a lot.
Yeah.
And get rejected or talked bad down on because they were too honest.
That can be the case. You got to understand where to choose and pick that detail.
Yeah.
Is that detail worth your shoe? Sometimes is it worth your life?
Yeah.
Is it worth your life? Is it worth your time? Is it worth your effort? Is it worth your energy? It all depends. If it ain't worth it, don't give all your detail. If you ain't know you ain't gonna be there forever, don't give all your detail.
Yeah.
So did you have a mentality of you've given detail too much on something?
Yes. I'm a very open person. I'm a very honest person. Not brutally honest, but I'm honest in a respectful way. I feel like a lot of times, it may get looked down upon when you're too honest, because this is a sensitive time.
It is.
Like we talked about a lot of times in our episodes. So a lot of people look down on something that doesn't, like I said, started out, doesn't fit their way of living or their expectations or they thinking. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like we were saying about R&B music.
Exactly.
Just because it sounds different doesn't mean, it's bad music.
Exactly.
Like you said, you go to KFC to get KFC chicken, you go to Bojangles to get Bojangles chicken. But both of them are good in their own way. Mm-hmm. So we got to put that in with life. Like, just because this person might not agree with one thing you agree with, or he might dress a certain way or think this certain way, doesn't make them, bad people or different. We all have our own. We're all made to be unique in our own way. That's how God created us. You know what I'm saying? But like, to shut a person down completely, that's when I feel like the problem comes in. Mm-hmm. And also, let me say this, a lot of people, I feel, like, I say this all the time, like, Duan is Duan. Quincy is Quincy. We're both black men at the end of the day. We face some of the same things each and every day. Mm-hmm. But a lot of things Duan might face, I might not face. A lot of things that I face, Duan might not face. That's life. Mm-hmm. But does that make me dislike Duan because his life might be different in this situation or that situation? Does Duan hate or dislike me because my life is different in certain situations? No. It's good to be different and unique because that balance comes in. Mm-hmm. One thing that I might not understand or be big on, Duan might have a total understanding of it and be big on where he can help me in that category. Mm-hmm. So you got to look at it like that. Things that I might be a bit more knowledge at, I can help Duan in to help him understand it more. So instead of bashing people, for example, let's say this. So if you're married, for example, and you got somebody that's not married, and you see your friend always going out, playboy, this and that, instead of bashing him, talk to him like, like why do you live this lifestyle? What makes you like what's with it? Why can't you find a wife? What are some things that could help you settle down? Do you want to settle down? Get to talk to a person and understand why their life is that way before you judge them and shut them down. Because that's a lot of things that happens in the world. We cancel things instead of trying to understand the reason why. Why is this like this? Why is this person like this?
I love to expand, especially talking about understanding. Let's step up there. I'm gonna give this a topic now because I feel like I understand where we're going with this. Understand. So that was the topic. I see where we're going with this, and also, do you understand? That's the topic. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, do you understand anything that's going on in your life right now? And I'm gonna jump on this little head of this little thing right now because there's somebody out here watching this right now that I'm sure they probably will watch this again. And look, tell me, do you know the truth about yourself? Do you understand yourself? Do you put yourself in the driver's seat of anything that you're doing to make sure that you are the best at what you do? Whether if it's driving your car, whether if it's cooking food, whether if it's going to work, whether if it's being on top of a work ethic every single day, do you make sure you're the greatest at that? If you don't understand the basic things that go on in your life, how can you go bring somebody else into your life, bring a person into your life, bring an artist in your life if you're a promoter, or if you're a producer, or if you're anybody along the lines of a writer, or anything like that, or if you're a music director, or if you're a music teacher, or if you're a teacher, or if whatever it is that you are,
you have to have understanding.
Do you have an understanding, and do you have knowledge of it? Of course, understanding comes along with knowledge. Knowledge comes along with understanding. Both of them go together. So, Q, tell me this.
Yeah.
Have you experienced anything lately that has tested your knowledge? And like you were talking about shows, right? Doing shows. So tell me now, from the time that you started doing shows to the time that you to now.
Yeah.
Do you find it breathtaking, hard, challenge, anything like that? No?
I find it more challenging on the business side.
Yeah.
I don't find it challenging on the performance side because that's just naturally what I do.
Yeah.
But the business sake, it's a lot of BS. Promoters, like you say, the lack of, in most of these cases with shows, the lack of giving understanding.
Yeah.
When you could have just been playing out just honest from the get-go what it was. For example, you got people pulling up 4 hours away from their hometown for a show and things are going left and right. And and as artists, we're artists. We don't control the clubs. We don't control the club promoters. We don't control the microphones, the setups and all that, the equipment that y'all have. We don't none of the mishaps of DJs canceling and this and that, whatever that is, that don't concern us. We are paid to come put on a show.
There you go.
That's what we do. So as much as we understand y'all's jobs, we want those people to understand our jobs and what we do, because everybody has a job. That's one thing we have to understand. Everybody has something they need to do. Everybody has to play their cards and play their position. That has to be understood. So, yes, I feel like, shows is really harder now compared to back then because of the lack of people, like you say, people understanding. Yeah.
And I think, even as production and things like right now, like one thing I noticed, the more busy I've created this in myself, the more busy I am doing stuff that helps build the brand, the more understanding the realization first hits that it's real first. The realization hits me, then the more I understand how important it is to do this all the time. You know what I mean? And it's not like, I'm not speaking of like all the time saying like, okay, every single minute of the day is gonna go into, you know, what you're doing.
But every moment time you
but
have
that
for
moment
it,
you have, you know,
take
to take that time to work on that craft, to make that craft better. People aren't gonna understand it immediately, and I get that. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But the only way they're going to understand is if you put it in their face like that. Then they'll definitely understand it.
our trials and tribulations. Sometimes you gotta fall, you know, to learn.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact, moving into the, you know, new phase of what we're going to do, it's going to cause a very good effect for those that are paying attention to us. And I'm speaking of like the way you putting out music now, is what I've been expected from it. You know.
Thank you, man. I mean a lot.
You know, it takes a while to get going, get your mentality in that thing of saying, okay, let's do music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you do it, you got to make sure that you're doing it like, okay, I'm step on the gas and I'm going to gas it hard.
Yes.
Because the biggest thing is music is the most forgot about thing that we do now. Period. People pay
more attention to this talking.
Yeah, because it's the realization. People want real. People want authenticity now.
Yeah.
And the hardest thing about giving authenticity is people aren't going to connect with somebody that is not authentic. Meaning, okay, if I see him on this podcast, is he gonna be that same dude when I see him off of this podcast?
You gotta have a complete package.
And it's gotta be, if you're doing it here, you gotta do it on wherever they bring you to. You know, you always gotta have that same effect. And when you out here doing it, so it's been almost a year now, right? Of doing these podcasts.
Yeah.
You know, you started a new life with this, and you started a new life with your music too, right?
Yeah. Went from transition to R&B.
So, do you think? And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna ask, and then I ask a question. I'm gonna be honest first about something. I think that the music will probably be bigger now than it was when you were
just doing music.
Just the music. I'm gonna tell you why. Because now that you're doing something considerably, is more stuff being pushed podcast wise versus your music wise.
Yeah.
Do you think that you could ever catch the music up to what is going on with how we're doing stuff like with this podcast? Because like I remember Rick Ross said something the other day. He was like,
I could drop a song every week if I wanted to, man. I feel like that. Like if I put my mind to it, I could drop a song at least every week. So yeah, it can be done. Yeah, most definitely.
Is it a thing that you think that you're gonna try to do?
Yeah. Now that I just talked about it and said it, and spoke it to existence, yeah.
Cause I'm just giving.
It don't even have to be a complete body of work. I feel like if you want to release a song, you know, here like each week, do that. 2 songs each week. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something.
Do you think that now in how I just brought that to you right here, how we just I communicated that with you, right? Yeah, clear the understanding is the mentality of it, how you like, yeah. Now, imagine if we lived in a world in music that everybody in music could do that, have that type of understanding, have that type of bond.
Yeah.
The world, it'll probably be $1 trillion industry then.
Yes.
It'll be $1 trillion industry because there's so much money to be made in music. Everybody feels like they had to bite another hand just to get ahead. And all they really have to do is just wait their turn, wait their time.
Exactly.
And if they wait their time and be fair, be humble, things could probably turn out a whole lot different. But I think
people don't understand.
People are, and they're
like
scared. They're scared that somebody gonna bite them.
Yeah.
But now, if you have a problem with your music or with podcasting, do you have a plan as far as like, okay, I ain't saying nothing like saying as if nothing works. Meaning, do you have a plan for the next phase of after this? Because we're still fairly new.
Yeah.
But do you feel like even after all of the stuff that you plan, like even you said the movie, the music, even podcast, when all that stuff gets going, are you gonna stay in that lane?
I'm gonna always do music. I'm gonna always have my hands in that because this is what I love.
Yeah.
So I can't completely just stop doing music because I listen to music every day.
Yeah.
So music is always gonna be there. That's the only one out of the three that's always continuously gonna be there. I feel movies is cool too. I love acting.
Yeah.
But the music strikes more. You know what I'm saying with me because that's just what I love. Like I just love music.
Yeah.
Even if it's not me, I just love music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got a music note tatted on my arm, so that mean, you know, like I love music. But to answer your questions, like I always dib and dab into things. You know, I'm willing to learn new things. I'm not like I'm into fashion, clothing. Like I said, I like being on screens, TV screens. So definitely movies. You know, skits, anything like that. I would also learn to like to be behind the cameras, directing. You know, because I had my little experience a week ago. You know, directing in my own little way on my iPhone 14. People, y'all can understand this. Y'all can use what y'all have in y'all hands to do some top quality work, whatever y'all want to do. So it's no excuses.
No excuses.
You know, I know people in prison is using phones and making songs in prison that sound like they've been in the studio recording it. So it's no excuses. So understand that, people. There's no excuses.
So what's the final word you could give to people here about understanding? Because you experienced some things over the past day, 24 hours that kind of, you know, give us a good closing, man.
So one thing I want to say, when it comes to understanding, like I said a couple episodes ago, like it starts like loving yourself is important. So understand yourself first. Understand what type of human you are. Understand your likes, your dislikes. So when you get out here in the world, you know, you can give off better understandings of who you are, you know what I'm saying, to people. You know, and I feel like communication is also a big thing. We need to openly communicate with our partners, with our business partners, friends, etc., you know, to have a better understanding on them and ourselves, like for them to have a better understanding on us. So I feel like, you know, it'll help growth, it'll help the world. And instead of bashing people, bashing something that doesn't seem right or different or something different to you, try to understand it. You know what I'm saying? If you're single, try to understand, hang around some married people, see what they do, you know, so you could become a husband or a wife. Or, you know, if you're married and, you know, you got some single people, try to get into their life, dib and dab, and see what causes them, why, you know, do their lifestyle, like understand instead of bashing it. You know, us as people, you know, that we're running people away by, you know, not trying to understand. The churches are running people away by not trying to understand and just trying to label. That, like, when you throw criminals in prison, that's not rehabilitation because you're not teaching them anything. You're just throwing them in there for punishment. So we need rehabilitation programs. We need like stuff to help people change instead of just punishing them, because you can punish people and down people and disrespect people all day, but it's not going to change anything. So try to understand yourself and try to understand people and things that might be different from yours. That's all I got to say about it.
Now, for those of us that are misunderstanding things in life,
because I know they still not gonna understand it. Some still not gonna understand it.
For those of y'all that's misunderstanding, because we can't force anybody to understand anything.
Or they understand, but just don't want to understand.
It's nothing anybody should be having to force you to do. It shouldn't be a force to make you understand. One thing that you should do though, if it's a thing you want to get further in life with yourself or with people, period, you're going to have to get an understanding. Listen to me and listen to me good. If you want to get somewhere with somebody, you're going to have an understanding. Now, the easy part that everybody can do. Subscribe. It's easy to do. If you're on our YouTube page right now, just go down there and hit that red button that says subscribe. And if you want to go ahead and hit that notification bell as well, so you can see everything that we post immediately after we post it. If nothing else, always at 8 o'clock p.m. we'll be here. But I'm not done yet. Moving over to Facebook. Facebook, same thing. Every 8 o'clock, we right here every single Thursday, 8 o'clock p.m.
Same place, man. Every
Same
time.
place. Also,
understand.
Follow us there too. Hit that like button. Hit that follow button. Make sure you hit that notification button to let you know when we on in there too. And if you're on our website, go up there to the top. You'll see everything we have. All our networks. Every single network. Apple, all that. Spotify. Oh yeah, we big. Amazon.
Yeah.
For
Google.
Reasons. We in all the major platforms to post podcasts and your favorite audio casts and things of the nature, music. Just go on there. Not Just Music Podcast. And if you're just the internet person, not just musicpodcast.com. Again, also donate.
Please. Thanksgiving giveaway
is coming. It's time. We got some time, so please hit that donate button. Tap in. We are willing to take whatever you're willing to give. It's the smallest thing up to the biggest thing. As I always say, if it's a quarter, or even if it's $250,000, or if it's $1 million, whatever you feel you should give, please give. We'll never use this. Anything and everything that you see going on here is for y'all. It's never for. As you see, we're here. We're still here. We're still running. We're still trying to make a difference for everybody and all the people that participate within the Not Just Music Podcast network. Thank you for all the new followers that keep following daily. We're getting followers now. It's different to see it, but at the same time, we're blessed to see you come.
Yeah, because this can't be done without the people.
Thank you. It's not
can't be done without y'all.
Can't be done. So to make sure that we keep bringing good content and keep bringing you things and making sure we have everything that we need.
And give us some topics, people, that y'all want us to talk about.
Definitely
hit the inbox.
Ask questions.
Yeah, messages.
Ask questions. We rarely get questions. Every here and now and then we get questions, but if it's always, please tap in and ask us something, man. Please, we'll never hesitate to try to talk about it in the best way that we can. And if nothing else,
that's it on my end, bro.
We shall see you next Thursday. I'm your boy Duan Barino. This is Quincy Murdoch, and you know how we do. We love y'all, and we will see you all next time.